What's happening, guys? Welcome to the Rebel Workshop. Now, a few weeks ago I showed you how I go about collecting greeblies, where I find them. If you haven't seen that video, come back, have a wee look of it. If you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. In the video I took apart some hard drives. And taking apart hard drives, and with a wee bit of inspiration from the Rebel base build, I've decided to make some wall panels out of them. So let's do this! So this is what I'm starting with. As you can see, I'm just using some of the bits and pieces that I found out of the items I took apart in the greeblies video, including the hard drive case, cover, spindle, heatsink, and a couple of motors as well. So this one I'm going to leave pretty much as is. I will mount it to a backboard just so it's easier to mount to the wall, and maybe dirty it up just a wee bit, but I'm quite happy with that. It looks almost like some kind of droid interface kind of thing. But this one will get painted. I'll be painting the plate itself and the bottle cap lid. Everything else will stay the same. And again, that will get mounted to another board, so it's easy to put on the wall. But yeah. So I've started gluing all these bits down. This still moves, which is great. This is glued down. This is gluing at the moment. And I've glued all of these wee bits together as well. This won't be glued in to this until this is painted. But I've started doing some masking on this. It is metal, so I want to have some of that coming through, get a chipped effect. So yeah, I just need to leave that to dry, set up, then I can start painting. So I've got everything ready to start painting. I've cut out 2 backboards, mask off some areas that I don't want to paint on, drilled some holes for this one, and I've did some masking fluid on this guy. So time to paint. And there we go. So everything's painted, including all the other wee bits and pieces that need to go on. So time to just start gluing things on. I've linked a video above just to show you how I go about painting some of my projects, but in this video it's a wee bit more in depth. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave this to dry, well, to leave the glue to dry properly and set up. The screws kind of hold it on, but they are just screwed into the foam PVC board. They'll keep it on, and it's not too heavy, so those screws and the glue should be more than enough. Now normally I don't just glue straight onto the paint, but I forgot to put a wee bit here to mask the paint off, so it is what it is. So I've got the juice lid, actually coffee lid, painted up to look like a worn metal look to it. Might dry brush some silver on the edges just to highlight them, so they'll get stuck there, and these motor parts are going to get stuck in. And this will just get glued onto this. Yeah, there we go. Everything's all glued down. Yeah. Time to weather this up. So I'm just using a silver Sharpie just to highlight some of the edges. Probably doesn't come up too well on the camera, but I'll just do a couple of wee bits as well. Now there's a wee tip for you. Wait until everything's dried before you start doing things. So as you saw, that came off, so I'm going to have to glue that back again. So before I go into the weathering, I'm just going to show you this one. All I've done with this one is add in some more wires, just to make it look a wee bit more interesting. Say before that still spins. I think that looks pretty good just as it is. So the only kind of weathering I'm going to do with this one is to use a Sharpie just to go around the edges. Just lightly. There we go, that one's done. Yellow one, I'm going to give it a black acrylic wash. Just as always, putting paint on, taking it away, then building up the layers as I go. So, let's go with it. Right, just going to let it to dry and come back in again. So there we go, after a few layers, it's nice and dirty. There you go, I'm happy with that. With that, they're done. there you go, guys. That's them done. They turned out pretty good, I think. I think they look great. And I like the colour. I like the yellow colour as well. I may come back and weather the other one at some point. But for now, I'm going to leave it as it is. Try to keep it a wee bit cleaner looking. But we'll see how it looks on the wall. Everything else in here is pretty dirty looking, so I might weather it at some point. So guys, I hope I've inspired you to go out and make some sort of Star Wars thing. I have to admit, I've not been feeling it recently. The creative juices are a wee bit low at the moment. It's been a rough couple of months for us, but doing these things does help take my mind off things, so that's always great. Once again, thank you for watching, guys. Please remember to subscribe, like, and hit that notification button, and I'll see you next time on the Rebel Workshop.